a snack. And also, traders, as it's normally characterized with such conferences, are also on the ground here trying to cash in on the conference. As well as the sound system, the barricades, the security barricades and all that, all in place. A while ago, the Director of Communications, Richard Ahiagba, together with the Ofuase MP, Kojo Ponkruma, are currently on the pitch here, ensuring that everything is in order so far as tomorrow's pivotal event is concerned. I currently have here with me the Director of Communications of the NPP in the person of Richard Ahiagba to find out from him preparations so far ahead of the much anticipated conference. Good evening, Mr. Ahiagba, and thanks for joining us on Metro News.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me quickly find out from you so far, how far with preparations?
Well, I think that you've given a full account of what is happening here. All across the stadium, there's a full presence that a new patriotic party will be descending here tomorrow. The highest decision-making body of our party will be discussing key issues concerning the party, namely, reports that will be brought in by the General Secretary of the party, matters of accounts that the Treasurer will be bringing, the Chairman's message to the party, and also we'll be listening to the two big speeches. Our two former presidents, the New Patriotic Party, we are blessed to have two former presidents who have discharged their various duties to our country creditably. So they will be speaking to us. And then the second part of the program will be the amendments to our Constitution. And that is the key item on our agenda tomorrow. Some 300 amendments that have been brought forward. So the motions will be put out here tomorrow for party people to deliberate and vote upon. So all in all, I think that all is set for tomorrow. We're hoping to start early, and we're trying to get our delegates to come here as early as 7, and by 8 or so we'll start. At last check before we start, talking, I understand that almost all the delegates from all the 16 regions are here. Earlier in the day, I met with delegates from outside the country, the diaspora and external members of our party. I met people from the UK, I met people from the United States, Canada, and other places. So we're ready, and the conference will be in full swing tomorrow morning.
There's currently a legal challenge seeking to halt the conference. How is the committee responding to this?
Well, I've heard about that, but I've been busy about organizing matters here. Others are busy about other things, so I'm not sure what is going on over there. But what I can assure you is that the New Patriotic Party is converging here tomorrow, and that is a certainty. But I just have a word to say to individuals that I hear about 2 or so people have gone to court with some injunction on the party. I think that it's not necessary. In the nature of things, those people should not be members of the party, because the party's National Council has taken a decision, and our Constitution enjoins you, a member who says you have gone to court to injunct the party, to abide by that law or by that decision. And so you are conflicted. You are no longer a member, in my view, if you are going by the Constitution. That as a member, when the party takes a decision, you must abide by that decision and uphold it publicly. In other words, defend that decision publicly. And so if you turn around and you are taking the party to a decision on the basis of a party collective decision to move in a certain direction, I think you, such individual, you lost your right of being a member of the party. You understand? So for me, that process is null and void in my view, because if you hold to our political party's decision as a matter of constitutional law in our party, you lose the rights of being a member of our party. And on that basis...
Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us here. Silver Star is with me here Honorable is here with me. Good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us here on Metro Television. So far, so good. How did you see the process?
Thank you very much.
With me, Mr. Collins Adamako. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak to us. Good afternoon to you. This is Metro Television. So far, so good. How do you see the process?
It's been orderly. I'm excited, but if you don't have power, you can't build. So we want peace here, we want tranquility, we want coherence. We want to show that NPP is still a formidable party, although we are in opposition, and that we are united. The fact that sometimes we disagree doesn't mean that we are disunited. We are together. So all that I want here is peace, unity, tranquility, coexistence, teamwork, coherence, and above all, every single motion here should be geared towards the higher probability that NPP will win 2028. That's all that we want.
Out of these 50 motions we are told, which ones are you most looking forward to that they be passed?
Honestly speaking, as I'm here, the 50 they select, I don't even know. I'm being honest with you. I won't come. You know, I'm a type of person. I will not lie to you. But I will always. I don't know. I'm being honest with you. All that I'm praying for is that there shouldn't be any motion that will serve an individual interest. There should be a motion that will serve the interests of all NPP members, and that will enable us to win. Even that's the most important thing. I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's all that I'm making. That's all.
Beyond today is the campaigning for the presidential post in January. What would be your recommendation to the persons aspiring? Because in the past, the campaign has been quite dead.
No. It can never be. NPP, look at us. In terms of peace, in terms of understanding each other, we are not perfect, but relatively we are the best in this country. I'm expecting that we exhibit that high level of maturity in our campaigning, not to attack each other, for the external stakeholders to use as tools against us. Whatever you say against any other person will be used against us. Yes, so I'm expecting that the followers of the aspirants will not, or will eschew all forms of antisocial behaviors, dysfunctional behaviors that will jeopardize the strength and then the strength and then formidable position that our party is in. We should go out there and see ourselves as just one family. This is just for nothing. It's just, I would say, domestic indoor game. If we want to win power, it's about unity. We should stop twisting pieces of information for other people to look bad. Because when you do that, the outsiders will use against us. So I'm expecting that come January, the election will really be conducted in an atmosphere of peace, coherence, unity. One front, and make sure that the NDC can never, 16 months, 17 months that we are in, is the 7th month, sorry. They have not even put one person in road fund. They have not even finished appointing their appointees or whatever, their officials. The NDC is all about propaganda. They're only using the media. They cannot. NDC is a social democrat. Tell me one pro-poor policy of national character, tenacity, and international recognition that the NDC guys, they have been able to implement. You tell me one. So the hope of this country for the youth lies with us. But if we can realize that we can implement that, as we are all calling for, there should be peace. We should do extremely constructive, very constructive campaign that after that we can all come together and trigger the intrinsic motivational factors in us and work to win power from the NDC. But if we destroy each other, a house divided among itself, what will happen? Can never stand. So our message today, everything that we are doing, we should look at the bigger picture, not a group, not individual, not to create problems for each other, not to destroy each other, not to use propaganda against each other, and make sure that Ghanaians, within 5 months, they've regretted. They are looking forward to seeing NPP as an alternative come 2028. But that will depend on us. It will depend on our behaviors. It will depend on how we treat each other. It will depend on how we manage this whole exercises fairly. If we do that, everything will be fine. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're still here at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. The delegate
constitution, there should be an amendment for the delegate. I mean, if we talk about the delegate, constituency officers, regional officers and national officers, we represent those from the polling station and the electoral area. So we are here for an extraordinary conference, which is not the first of its kind, because you remember it happened in 2015 and it is repeating itself in 2025. We are looking forward for a very successful conference, and we know our leadership. We have confidence in the NEC and in the leadership of the National Party that whatever decision and whatever amendment they are bringing into our constitution, it is in the betterment of the great elephant.
Let's talk about, I've been asking all of the delegates this is very question. The 2024 election, what do you think went wrong?
Well, I don't think something went wrong, and at the same time, I also think something also went wrong. You may ask me why. Why I'm saying this is, you know, Ghanaians believe in the 8-year mantra until 2020, when we realized Ghanaians vote based on issues. You know, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, led by the New Patriotic Party, did a whole lot of job, work, developmental projects, infrastructure, and the well-being of the ordinary Ghanaian. Talk about the free SHS, the 1D, 1F, the nursing training allowance, and other issues. We realized in 2024 that Ghanaians were expecting much from the then NPP government. We know we've lost the election, all right, but we have a strong belief that per our policies and what we did for the ordinary Ghanaian, if you look at women as a whole, since the inception of the Fourth Republic, John Ejekum Kufuor, who brought the school feeding, who introduced the NHIS, means well for the vulnerable, I mean the women. And Akufo-Addo continued in 2017, and we are off power in 2024. We are looking forward in bouncing back stronger. And we know in 2028, inshallah, after all these amendments and with a formidable force, we can win the presidency and both many parliamentary seats. You're welcome.
Let me speak to another delegate here. Good morning to you. This is Metro Television. My name is Efwa. What's your name?
I'm Jonathan Tebirisa.
From where?
I'm Gomwa East, the communications director for Komiko.
Communications director for Gomwa East. Jonathan, what exactly is your role here today?
We're here for the amendment review, and also to finalize, especially on the amendment review, to see the way forward for the New Patriotic Party, especially in winning elections 2028 for a good governance in Ghana.
Do you think, or do you believe that the voices of delegates are genuinely heard?
NPP is a party that for years we have been recognized for not just patriotism, but for democratic processes. And for us to value democratic processes, it means that the voices of people, which we believe is the voices of God, should be the mandate of the party, and that is what we usually do. So we're here today, and we're here today just because to more or less protect and make sure the voices of delegates, voices of the party owners are heard.
Let's go back to the 2024 election. What do you think went wrong?
If there is anything that went wrong, it is because we had one or two things we need to do. And I think in realizing that, one of which is a review amendment that we're here for. I wouldn't want to talk so much. If I had played my role well, we wouldn't have been here. If we all have played our role well, we wouldn't have been here. And in fact, Ghana has spoken. And if Ghana has spoken, indeed, just as Dr. Bawumia really considered defeat, which we all align to, we all accept that as Ghanaians. The way forward is that we're putting everything, all measures down to ensure that in 2028, the new patriotic party will come back strong for a good governance in the country called Ghana.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Thank you very much. He's from Cape Coast. I have another delegate here. Good morning to you. You're a delegate from where? What's your name?
Wenchi constituency. I'm
Yes.
from Samoa.
Oh, Richmond Asamoah.
Yes.
What do you look forward to today?
Oh, today, actually, as we are here, we are going to take a decision and amend the various constitutions. Now, per the amendment, now we have glanced through. We know that there are certain articles in the constitution it needs to be amended, and we are all going to abide by the rules and regulations governing our party, so that looking forward we will rebuild our party and look for our values as we recapture power in 2028, coming 2028. What I'm saying today is we are all one people, we have one goal. So upon all the differences we are having, we are looking forward that the coming days ahead of us for the by-elections, we are ready for it. And NPP is a party that, although we lost elections, right? We lost the elections, but as we are going forward, 2020.
So much. This is Metro Television.
Yeah, morning. Party and tell them amendment that you see by NPP
na mechia UTV despite media phone na me do mase na meda me mpenyi for NPP mpenyi.
Election violence that led to the death of innocent souls, that this violence must be investigated. Let us continue to hold the mantle of leading Africa as a giant in democracy. Mr. Chairman, we urge all stakeholders, including the government, security agencies, and political parties, to work together to ensure that our electoral processes are peaceful, transparent, and credible. We must learn from these incidents and take concrete steps to prevent future occurrences, promoting a culture of tolerance, respect, and peaceful coexistence. Together, we can strengthen our democracy and maintain Ghana's reputation as a shining example of democratic governance in Africa. We wish you a very successful conference filled with insights, unity, and renewed strength for the journey ahead. Long live the new patriotic party, long live democratic principles of Ghana. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, People National Convention. And now, a fraternal message from the National Democratic Congress, the NDC. The NDC delegation is led by the Director for Logistics and Protocol, Ludwig Hiadi, and he is joined by Victoria Neymar and Mr. Theophilus Tetechai, the National Democratic Congress.
Kukudu, 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 and this year a head job, and this year a head job, and this year Aban Papa Abba.
We want to stand on the existing protocol, but start by saying we had a nice love letter from the General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party, inviting us as special guests at your conference today. But to our surprise, our brother Ahiagba detained us in a small room and only invited us out to come and deliver our solidarity message and go back. We hope that it's not a beginning of a new direction. We are together in this fight to build a strong democracy for our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the national chairman of the new patriotic party, party leaders, party members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana and the nation builder, the national chairman of the NDC, General Asiedu Nketia, the General Secretary, Golden Fifi Kwete, and members of the National Democratic Congress. We want to take this opportunity to wish you well as you gather to reset your party in a manner as to play your role as a responsible opposition party. The country Ghana is going through a reset process. It is very important that we as political parties reset our ideas, policies, and programs.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
A very good morning to you and you're welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, and we thank God for giving us today, the 21st of July 2020. 25, and we have the opportunity, of course, to have or join the conversation in taking Ghana from one level to a higher standard. My name is Annie Ofuampofu. Thank you for your time. Pardon my voice or my shaky voice. I've just been hit with news that rather unfortunate, an unfortunate news. I can't really break it here, so let me just go on. So pardon me if you find that I'm a little down. So let's go on with the headlines of the newspapers, and it says, Daily Graphic, Blekusu Coastal secured, President Mahama launches protection project. Accra, London to chart mutual development path, London Mayor. National Delegates Conference NPP expands Electoral College. Voters increase from 220,000 to 280,000. Embark on, oh, sorry, this is just an advert. So let's go on to Daily Guide. NPP unites to rebuild after successful conference. Ghana to roll out gold traceability system by 2026. Mahama dissolves National Cathedral Board. And then we also have London Mayor visits Galamsey. By the Daily Guide, this is your picture of NPP Unites. Very interesting, huh? The insight, National Cathedral. Minister says audit uncovered $97 million cost. Massive financial irregularities. Socialist Party of Malaysia demands Trump invitation be withdrawn. Calls him genocide enabler. Genocide enabler. You must be more dangerous than those involved. 37,000 teachers take 2025 licensure examination. Minister vows for quality in teacher training. Africa First World Trillionaire traced to King Zenozi Dogbe II amid global speculation over Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto. The Herald. NPP wrestles evil, disunity, and discipline at Legon as Akufo-Addo, Bawumia, Kodia, Afenyomarkin caught in post-election soul searching. Chinese investor unwraps $5.8 million scam by Ashimore's accuser, offers to testify, threats, deceit, and blackmail in court. Mahama shames Opoku Prempeh with coastal protection renewal. 8-kilometer Blekusu Sea defense begins. Julius Deborah preaches stronger corporate oversight to board members. Bawumia drowns Ken Ejapon at NPP conference. The Daily Statesman. NPP expands Electoral College for flag bearer election. Professor Jeffrey Hayes publishes 2 books on Ghana's political trajectory. Akufo-Addo steered Ghana through crisis. Majority leader touts ex-president's bold, decisive leadership at NPP conference. NPP has learnt valuable lessons. Bawumia, gold traceability system in the offing. The Ghanaian publisher. Bawumia warns against self-destruction. NPP shall rise again. Afenyomarkin declares Ghana plans gold tracking system by 2026. Gold board CEO. Justice at risk from law access gaps. Obi Amwa warns 4 arrested over illegal demolition in Pantang. The Daily Post. And the Daily Post comes with the interesting pictures that were released by the SP with regards to corruption accusations and allegations. Ex-CEO of NPA, Mustafa Hamid, and his co-accused persons as paraded on ex-Twitter handle of the OSP. FIC freezes accounts of Mustafa Hamid and others in the 280 million Ghana cedis extortion and money laundering scandal. President Mahama announces return of road contractors. National Cathedral audit uncovered huge procurement irregularities. Kwachi Ofosu. And the entire National Cathedral project is a crime scene. Dr. Arthur Kennedy. Economy Times. BOG confirms Ghana's economic rebound ahead of this week's mid-year budget review. BOG confirms Ghana's economic rebound ahead of this week's mid-year budget review. Headway made in EMP. Azuma resources on pass amid minority concerns. Cut prices. Pass savings to consumers. GSS tells traders as producer inflation drops to 5.9%. All right, that's it for the headlines this morning. Let's take a break. We'll be back shortly.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
I'm here at Mycom JA Limited to show you the Promethean Active Panel, the ultimate tool for corporate institutions, hospitals, schools, and your home. With its crystal clear 4K display and an unbreakable screen with an ultra responsive touch technology. This isn't just a screen, it's a game changer. For corporate institutions and in schools, this active panel can be used for Zoom meetings and PowerPoint presentations. And your homes are not left behind. You can use it to watch all your favorite programs by just connecting to a Fire Stick, and you can get access to channels like Netflix and Amazon, and voila, you are in there. At Mycom JA Limited, we provide you with the best quality products from the United States of America with 1-year warranty. You can get an...
I'm a branch manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. makes your teeth stronger. Chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
MGL Logistics and Supply is your trusted partner, providing seamless solutions for all your procurement needs. From sourcing products to managing imports and exports, we ensure smooth and efficient transactions every step of the way. Whether you require goods from across the globe or need assistance in exporting your products to international markets, we got you covered. General trading is at the heart of our expertise. We specialize in a wide range of products, catering to various industries and markets. As a trusted dealership in building materials, we provide high-quality products that meet the demands of our construction projects. Additionally, we act as manufacturers' representatives, connecting producers with distributors. Our expertise in logistics is the backbone of our operations. We plan and execute transportation and delivery of goods, ensuring they reach their destination on time and in optimal condition. MGL Logistics and Supply, guaranteed satisfaction.
Motion number 50. Amend Article 1311 of the Constitution to include 30 national patrons and all members of the National Council of Elders to be part of the presidential primaries.
The National Council of Elders is the foremost advisory body of the party, and therefore ought to be adequately represented at the second highest decision-making body of the party. The national patrons also occupy an important position in the party structure. The expansion of their members in the presidential primaries is therefore appropriate. Respectfully recommended.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. 51. Amend Article 1311 to grant voting rights to 5 constituency patrons and 10 regional patrons at the presidential primaries.
These constituency and regional patrons are members of the Constituency and Regional Delegates Conference, respectively. Polling station and electoral area executives who form part of the delegates to the Constituency Conference have been given voting rights at the presidential primaries. The exclusion of the patrons is an omission which should be rectified.
Delegates in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. 52. Amend Article 1311 to grant voting rights to 1 TESCOM patron from every recognized tertiary institution in the presidential primaries.
52, right? 52. Chairman, this amendment allows for inclusivity and broader participation. This is in line with the proposed limited expansion.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. 53. Amend Article 15(3) of the Constitution to make all female delegates at the National Delegates Conference eligible to vote for the position of National Women Organizer.
Chairman, the current regulations on the election of the National Women Organizer is not inclusive. This amendment, if approved by conference, will allow all female delegates, I repeat, all female delegates, to participate in the election of the National Women's Organizer. Recommend the chairman.
Delegates in favor, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. 54. 54. Delegates, delegates, delegates. Delegates, delegates, delegates. Permit me to read hello. Mama Kromiyedi. Kromiyedi.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. There are some papers that I couldn't pick, but let me just do that quickly and introduce the case. So we have Metro Lens that actually says that stop internal attacks now. Baumia charges NPP miss thunderous welcome at delegates conference. Stop feeling sorry. Afenyo marking to NPP. Eugene Boachienchi calls for unity. Road works to restart after comprehensive review. President Mahama. That from Metro Lens. Also, custodian says that no body is bigger than NPP. Minority leader affirms. Obi Amwa advocates free access to Ghana's laws. Ghana to start gold traceability system. That's Gold Board CEO. NPP delegates endorse Baumia for 2028. Did they endorse Baumia? They didn't endorse Baumia. They were giving fans. Anyway, the new crusading guide, enough is enough. Baumia urges NPP faithful to end infighting. Ghana to roll out gold traceability system by 2026. Mustafa Hamid and denies OSP's 280 million Ghana city extortion allegation. Land guards arrested over illegal demolition of Pantang resident's house. IGP flies in world-class kidney specialist to police hospital. Okay, NPP conference. Eugene Boachienchi calls for unity. DVLA spot fine under scrutiny. Drivers demand transparency and reforms. At the top right corner of the new crusading guide says that MD of Chinese cables firms break silence on allegations against NDC Ashimore. And then we have the Daily Searchlight. Baumia's campaign launched in disguise. NPP delegates National Delegates Conference sparks uproar. Hassan Ayarga takes on Igbo King in Ghana. And then we also have money is not the only determining factor in NPP internal election. Adainimo and Achim Wenchi Galamsey pit disaster search operation ends without finding more bodies. Our forest reserves are sound and clear with 0 excavators in Enchi. Mr. Joe Apia Frimpong is the one that is talking. I hope so. The Ghanaian Times newspaper, NPP embarks on sweeping reforms, respect party structures rules. JFK tells aspirants, don't let artificial borders divide us. Veep tells ECOWAS. And then, all right, that's it for the Ghanaian Times and their papers as well. Let me welcome the guests in the studio today. Lara Tumusasaka has joined us this morning. Lawati, you're welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Annie.
And how are you too?
I'm good. How are you too?
You can't complain. Or you, Lawati, you can't complain. But
once we are alive, that's the most important thing.
Yes, that's the most important. Gabriela Tete is also here. Gabriela is the Central Regional Communications Officer for the NDC. Gabi, you're welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Annie.
How are you?
I'm fine, and I'm very sorry for your loss this morning. Try not to cry.
I'm trying. I used to do that, but I don't know why this morning.
I mean, it took you by surprise.
Avoid reading messages of familiar people before going on air, but this one it took me for a surprise.
It was meant to happen.
Unfortunately,
you're close to him too, so it's fine.
Yes. Anyway.
Sorry.
Thank you. All right, so let's start off with an issue that I have observed over the period, and that has to do with, unfortunately, deaths. Strange deaths, Like lately, we find that the police have been releasing a lot of statements about missing person. We're looking for this person, and then we'll be sharing the flyers. This person is missing, we're sharing the flyers. But every time we find these people, most of the time, in fact, this month alone, we've recorded at least about 4 people. Maybe this month and last month. I don't know if the numbers
4 people
for me...
Just this month?
Yes. Maybe I have to check the dates, but the University of Education lecture, that was last month. No? Mr. Koku, Ahmedeka, that was his name. That is Professor Ahmedeka. He was also found dead, buried.
Wow.
He was buried. Then we had the immigration officer. He too, the story around his being missing was the fact that he had gone to a friend to go and collect his money that they owed him, and he didn't return. So in looking for him, they found that he was dead, and he was actually burnt. I think some arrests have been made by the police already. Yesterday, I saw a woman in Mimpiasem. She was missing for some days. She's been found dead. Then we had this interesting guy in is it Mamtek Senior High School, Atom. They called him Atom de Morale. Yes, he was all over social media. Very interesting guy when you were watching him. I didn't even know he was missing until I saw a notice of missing Atom Morale, whatever, found dead. And I'm wondering, what? It's strange. So now when you even see flyers of people are missing, you just get hopeless because you know that it's very likely you'll find them, dead. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. The police has been actually updating us, but I'm really wondering exactly what we think we're doing wrongly. Or maybe now we're putting a lot of these things in the public domain. Maybe it was happening, we didn't know.
Honey, good morning once again. Good morning to Gabriela and to our viewers. It's not such a pleasant topic to start a Monday morning with, and also the beginning of the week. But condolences to you and your family too. Probably if this message hadn't been read, we'll be starting with this topic. But condolences to you and your family. I mean, it's technically your father. Once is your father's brother, so it's fine. I mean, it's a destination we're all bound to embark on. So, I mean, with these deaths, it would have been helpful if we had had like a statement from the police, especially in relation to this. And it could also be that it's been happening, but now that it's easy to share information and circulate information, we are getting to hear them as and when they happen. But lately, I've also seen videos and other advertisements, especially when it has to do with people picking up children from school and being responsible for younger people, not just leaving them. I saw one advert, I think a mother was held up and she called the grandmother to go and pick the kids from school. And the conversation was, how would they know I'm the one to come and pick them and all that. So I've seen a few of these things. And I think at this point, even though we all take our personal security serious and also put measures in place to be safe, I think at this point, we need to also hear from the police on what is being done about these things. And what
well, they have not released a general statement,
yes.
but they release a statement as and when.
Okay.
As and when
So
they're dealing with an incident.
Case by case
yes,
by
case by case. Okay. Yeah, they do. I mean, I'm on their page. They
Okay.
release almost on every update of persons that are reportedly missing. And once they are found, and of course they are found dead, they will give us the updates and then will tell us what next we'll be doing. With regards to some of the people that they find missing, they make arrests. Like in the person of Professor Koku Amedeka, for example, they arrested some persons. I'm not sure the updates now, but of course they have them in custody and then they are investigating. The immigration officer as well, they did. The Atom, I'm not sure if they have arrested people in connection with
So
Atom.
this is happening in various parts of the country?
Yes, different parts.
Different
parts. It's actually across.
Whilst at that, I just sent you a link of another missing girl in Takrady. Kofi Kinata shared on his post about 5 hours ago. She's called Ekia Grace, 13 years old. The last in Takrady news sites.
May she not be found dead
if your
too.
people can project on their screen, so anybody who sees anybody who sees her around can alert the police.
Okay, let me send it to the team and see if they can put it on the screen.
But it's good you raised this issue because, you know, yesterday I was glancing through Facebook and I saw a similar comment, but I didn't really read the post. I mean, I just observed the video and then just read the headline. My mind didn't really tune to what really was. But the person who did the post also raised same issue.
So it's a trend.
Yeah, so apparently it appears that it's a trend. And since you mentioned that, I sent AI to do some search for me. And
she sent AI.
Yeah, I sent AI. So these days we don't ask Google anything. We only ask AI. So to do a search for me about people who have been reported missing and found and ended up dead, and it pulled about 8 people just this year across the country. And none of the names you mentioned was on this list, but these are also people who have names and families.
What did the AI give you? 8?
Gave me about
this year or this month?
This year. And what the issues are around their deaths. There was a 3-year-old. There's a farmer, there's a professional, there's an old lady.
So this one has also been found.
This is the Jama leader. He was also murdered.
Yeah, this is Morale, Atom the Morale.
He was also found dead. Apologies to his family this morning.
Yes.
The idea is not to remind you of your grief. It's to alert leadership that the Ghana Police Service and the National Security should pay attention.
We've sent you the Ekia, she's got Ekia Grace. 13 years. I mean, there's another one I even saw on a colleague's wall this morning, right now. Let me see if I can pull that up too. That's also missing. Yes, Daniel Aful, a taxi driver.
Oh my.
15th of July. He was last seen on 15th of July.
That's just about 6 days ago.
But the issue with the immigration officer, that was so disturbing.
Yes, very.
Because there's somebody who knows the gentleman, gave money for him to do something with, and then people started chasing for his money. He came back that returned the money. The guy says, okay, come for your money.
Yeah.
And then he ends up murdered.
Yes.
I mean, I'm glad that the police, within a matter of days, were able to identify his remains, where his bench remains were, and pick whatever is left for forensics. But I mean, it's horrendous.
Yes, because I think
it's horrendous.
Whatever they found was so fast. Because if the person was murdered and burnt, I mean, it would have taken you a while to even find the scene. So I think I applauded the police for that. That was fast.
Yes, the security services did a very good job
It was
with
fast.
that. You know, the security service, when it comes to one of their own, they forget to. They will move with rapid speed. You know, maybe it's part of the condition of service. But we're all part of the service. So we
that's
beg
also
you.
an advantage to be
They're
part
more
of a group.
responsible for us than themselves, or?
Let's move on.
Oh, no, but
Let's
there's,
move on.
something that's like
it's like a brotherhood.
Once you belong, once you belong
yes,
to
it's like a
an
brotherhood.
association.
Security is
I
security.
think
oh.
it's just natural with every association.
One
of our own.
Anyway.
Yeah, they'll go all out.
I mean,
you know, the wife
that's
was is a police officer. The immigration officer's wife is also a police officer.
She's also a police officer.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. So, kudos to them. But of course, there are other missing people that.
So sometimes probably
we want to see
informing the police.
We want to see.
It could also be a possible cause of they not being, because if his wife is a police and reported immediately, it makes it easier for them to trace.
No, but the immigration also have their own intelligence wing. Don't forget. So they could have collaborated along the line to help each other. Don't forget that. And aside that, the guy was leaving trails in his texting when he was moving. He was leaving trails, so it was easy to tell where he said he was going, what happened. The guy's story wasn't adding up to how the guy's movement was going, because the time that the guy claimed that he called the guy to come, the guy was still in the house. He hadn't left the house yet. So his story wasn't matching with the actual details of the case. So the police and the security service put two and two together.
Having the cybercrime unit now too should help these things go faster.
Is that the suspect?
That's the immigration officer.
No, the one
in the middle. Suspect is in the middle. The guy who took the money. And I think he's in custody now. And you know, at the time when, the beginning of the administration, when people were posting flyers and appointments and congratulations and stuff, apparently he also created a flyer to congratulate himself. I've forgotten what position he gave himself, but he gave himself some. Yes, he gave himself some director in some ministry or something, which is not an appointing position. So you can see that the man himself is not a straightforward person. So
this also be the
whatever it is that the outcome is.
Influx of the use of drugs and all these.
This one is not drugs. This one is just premeditated murder. Because somebody has given you money, the person is chasing you for the money. You don't want to give the money back to the person. Meanwhile, other people are also chasing that individual for the money. So he has no choice than to come chasing you for the money. He can't give you delayed terms and payment structure and things like that. People came for your services because you said you could provide something. And then, so they contributed for you to provide that service to them. You couldn't. They all wanted their money back. The guy was under pressure to find the money. And he also wanted his peace of mind, you know. It's a very unfortunate scenario, but let's keep the conversation back to missing persons and how we can get the security services to help.
So I'm looking at the different.
Your people should still project the little girl's picture because she's the one who's missing now.
The little girl's picture. Please, can you bring back Ekia Grace? Can you please bring back that picture?
Last year, Takrady news site.
Yes, she's the one, Ekia Grace. She's also missing. I don't know if this is an old picture, but maybe people should just take a good look at this picture. The taxi driver as well.
He hasn't been found.
Yes, so if you can figure out how you put that on the screen, let me see if my team can work on it.
Is that a taxi driver?
Yes, that's the taxi driver.
The picture is not too clear.
Yes. Can you work on the pictures for us so that we make it a little clearer?
Compressed,
Yeah. But you see, I'm looking at the different age range issues. The whole demographics of the different matters are coming up. Someone's own is about a child is missing. Obviously, it's like maybe kidnapping or somebody wanting to do rituals.
She was found dead in a dam.
Yes, that's a different book.
The missing child, 3-year-old, Western Road. She was found. Her body was found in a nearby dam.
But you remember the missing 3 girls?
The Takrady.
The Takrady.
You want us to go and revisit that case?
I'm not saying.
Let's bury that one.
I'm not saying.
that one, that's made some police officers are popular in this country. Let's move on. We're
I'm
looking
not
for
saying,
the current
no,
missing ones.
I'm not saying let's raise it. You're saying that the 3-year-old girl is also in Takrady.
Western North. Western
That's
North. Western region is Takrady.
Yes,
Western North
Western North
is
is a little
is
further.
it Joso?
You also?
Yeah, there's a little girl who got Superior also, that area. There's a little girl who went missing beginning of this year.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. But let's just go into general terms. The security services need to do something to try and whether it is mass education, whether it is to get community and society to be more aware of these things so that people are more observant. Just last week, there was this incident where even a police officer had her neck slashed by armed robbers in Tema.
Yes, I saw
because
that
they wanted to steal her phone.
The police even, reported on that.
And they managed to arrest those 2 boys.
Very young boys.
Yeah, so what's his name? IGP Yohonu and his men should.
But you see, you are talking about the demographics and all that. There's no like seeming trend, but it's like there's a trend with how it ends up.
Missing
and found dead. And with what you said, that the police have been updating on a case-by-case basis. I believe that with their expertise and what they've been trained to do, they should be able to come up with some trend, like you said, to
or even information. If they could give us maybe
to educate all of us on
consistent education,
or maybe somebody has already given some prior information, like, oh, this person that you reported missing, we saw the person recently here, and then those in that area will also now try to recall, did I see this person? You know, that's how you get information. You always get information from people.
Most of these people also have
I drove out of my
house
one evening. I think it was around 7, almost 8. And I saw 3 men standing at my junction when I came out. I don't know them. I haven't seen them before.
They were walking?
They were walking.
You were walking?
No, I was driving.
Okay.
So when they came out, when I saw them, I looked at them whilst driving past. And then I drove, I think, about 400 meters and turned, came back, and they were still there. So I went back into my junction, came out, and then stopped in front of them. I said, please, are you looking for someone? And they said, oh, no, we lived right here. We're going da-da-da-da. I said, okay. Then I drove off. If they have anything in mind, they will think twice. And that's how people should be alert.
We just have to pay attention to our environment.
Once you don't know them...
What was the slogan? See something, say something, right?
Yes, see something, say something.
Yes. So I was in fact, after I drove past them, I called the police officer I knew. And I said, there are some 3 young men around my area. I don't know them. They told me they live around. I haven't seen them before. But I'm just making, giving you a notice just in case anything comes up. Because I think it's one too many.
So
the children
the
getting missing. This Atom guy who was murdered. I'm just wondering.
So maybe the police can
who
also
want this boy dead?
Localize or decentralize their hotlines. I don't know if it's been done for the district level, so that it makes it easier to know who to call within your locality when you see something.
How about the NCCE?
NCCE is more of a civic education.
That's part. Well, that's the NCC. Everybody's quiet.
This is after the elections, we haven't heard anything from them. Before the election, they were backing at everybody who would threaten the peace of Ghana December 2024. Since the election, I haven't heard anything about them.
I mean,
you don't even see them going to schools to go and do civic education.
I honestly think my Good Afternoon Ghana team should get the officials from NCC. We just have to sit them down.
No, but I think it has to start with the police.
That's fine. But
you get to NCC,
but we need to speak with the
education. But now people need to be safe. So if
but right now with social media, information dissemination is so easy now that you don't even need a phone number to make the call
or press conference.
The least thing
just keep releasing.
They're on TikTok announcing this. The least thing they're on.
But sometimes to I mean, when it happens immediately, to also keep the safety of the person, you need to let people who have the know-how handle some of these things.
They say take it to the police station.
Get it. So if the numbers are decentralized, that you know that within this district or within this sub-district, this is the line to call, or this is the go-to.
So in recent days or in recent times, the police's communication approach has been press releases. They don't do a lot of press conferences. Once in a while, then maybe they do a press conference pertaining to a specific, maybe national interest issue. Then they will.
But I need to tie into what Gabriela was saying. So you're releasing statements, and it's not everybody
who can read.
And most of these things, you find them on TikTok. So even if you go and post the statement on TikTok, I mean, there were people who couldn't take part in conversations. You should see the excitement of people on TikTok now that they can do voice messages. So the police should also look at this. There are different segments of them. You and I will read the statement, get the information, but what about the people who don't read? And there's a huge community of that on the social media. I don't know if they are doing it, but if they are not doing it, some of these ones can be broken down into our local languages.
Nuggets of knowledge. That's why I said the NCC can come in. The NCC does a lot of languages. They have, the advantage to do a range of languages. And they have community education officers. The police even does. The police now has, I don't know if it's called Police TV or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they
have a TV station.
Yes.
Fire service also has a TV station.
They're even on DSTV, but not everybody that can, have access to DSTV. So they should find ways of giving us nuggets of educational information.
How many people can watch TV? I mean, with
on social media.
No, what I'm saying is that with DSTV, people can watch on the go. The other channels that you can watch
it's on free to air.
It's not
the Ghana police
is the digital side of.
But these days, who has analog TV?
Gabi, you're trying to reach as many people as
possible.
Can, right?
Nobody has analog these days.
So they should use social media.
You're doing
not for social media. Even my grandmother is on social media. Yeah.
And it's
TikTok.
Once you put a statement there, it's there. How many people can read it? But if there are voice messages, there are videos, and people are watching more video, doing more visuals.
Yeah.
I mean, times past, even for TV, you're not doing those news cards.
Yeah.
But now you're doing more of the news cards because people are not reading.
The flyers, the quick reads.
When you write something that's quite loaded, how many people will read?
Yeah.
When you look at the analytics on even our posts, you see people interacting with pictures and videos. And most people don't even watch beyond 1 minute or 2 minutes. When you look at the analytics when it's broken down. So they also need to look at some of these things and make it easier for information to get to the citizenry. I mean, that's for NCC, that would be like a medium-term conversation.
Crime, just found itself in Ghana. It's not. But, I mean, the trend is becoming worrisome. And I think it's best everybody take your personal security, more importantly, first, before even the police can come in. I think it's important for you to do that. I'm not sure what is happening. I'm not sure if there's some new group of people in Ghana.
When we drill down further, it's fundamentally our moral fiber
breaking down totally. And all these people are arrested. It's not like they're foreigners.
It's our moral fiber breaking down totally because now our priorities, our
wait, so your moral fiber is breaking down for you to go and murder?
Honey.
Is that how?
Honey.
Moral fiber,
that's what you have done
by snatching somebody's life or by losing your humanitarian.
Like this immigration guy you're talking about, what was the central thing?
Greed.
Money.
It's greed. The central thing, I don't even say is greed.
But
everybody wants money.
What was the
it's just greed.
Right. What was the cause of it? We also need to look at that aspect.
But you're right. Last week or last 2 weeks, I saw this one of the security posts on an arrest, and this in the central region. And this young man was arrested for stealing a laptop, a tablet, some 2 phones, and a wallet. And I was just looking at the items, and he's going to jail for 14 years. So I was looking at the items you stole, and then I was looking at 14 years, and I was saying to myself, I mean, that wallet itself looks worn out. That laptop looks like Pentium 3 or Pentium 4. That tablet looks like it came out in 2010. Charlie, it was a thick one like this.
Oh, wow.
So, and the Apple phones too look like the XR old model. So all these things that you've picked up, it's 14 years.
You know?
For him, it's, yes, to him, it's valuable.
It's valuable.
And that's worth 14 years
like,
of your life.
Gradually, everything in our society is becoming transactional. And it's causing a lot of...
Anyway, that's for the security people. What you were saying that is a trend.
we
We leave that one with national security. They should investigate. And draw if there's a trend.
Cybercrime unit to all these things. Well,
if there's a trend, they block it.
The disturbing bit is when the police arrest suspects, they are all young. They are all young. It's not just about somebody's missing and somebody's been arrested. But after the arrest, you realize that all of them are within the ages of 20, latest 30. They're not even 40. 30, 20, 18, 15, 17.
And they are what are thou?
Oh, first, those who used to murder, they were like 40, 50, big men.
And
pickpockets.
Pickpockets and all that were there. But murder, some of the things.
15. Do you remember the Kaswa
it's worrying.
Little boy, 8-year-old boy murder?
Those 2 boys were sent to juvenile detention, right?
Yes.
There's this other case that I don't know what came out of it. The UST lecturer and the wife.
John.
In Anado's era, there was this UST lecturer who was arrested for the they said murder of the wife.
You have to say Nanado's era.
And
they arrested
the time
him for murdering his wife.
Yes, and they used to go to court up and up. I don't know what came out of that.
Why, she got missing?
Yeah, she got missing, and then later they said the husband was the suspect. Yes. And so they kept going back and forth, back and forth. I don't know what came out of that issue. But anyway, security people should investigate the trend and then
I think the media also needs to be engaged.
Ghana police should also
these things, right?
Push more on the trends, social trends, to get more people notified about some of these incidents, so that people who have seen these people and can share information are able to quickly share information on their whereabouts, so that some of these things can be avoided.
Because you see, when someone is kidnapped, you don't necessarily need to put it in on a general platform. You don't even know the people.
But how do you know? How do the person is kidnapped?
No,
for the most part, it's missing.
Gabi,
you cannot conclude the person is kidnapped.
Yes, you cannot. The person is missing, yes, or person can be found, right? You don't know who has done that, and you put it on a general platform. They can also see, they can change whatever move they decided to use or not. But if there's a dedicated, I've even realized that these days even media houses are creating certain platforms for information sharing. But if you know that there's this dedicated number that I know that, okay, it goes directly to the police. I mean, there are hotlines and all that, but it looks like we need to localize these things and take it further down. And so once that message goes there, the person knows that it's going into the right hands and the people with the expertise to follow up. It makes it easy to share. Because we've had cases where people have negotiated, for instance, for kidnapping cases, people have negotiated and gotten to an extent before the police even come in. Because they don't want to endanger
the life of
their
victim.
But let's also not conclude that every missing person is found murdered, because there are instances where people have gone missing for months, and then through the support of the police, through people sharing information, they are able to share details and then connect them back to their family. There's a program on one of your sister stations, I think a Bullet TV, where as part of Tobinco's social responsibility, they
it's
connect.
not our sister station.
You know, in Ghana, when you are referencing a TV station, we always say sister station because
when
the media house.
Station, it means that
like original TV. Okay, correction taken. So Bullet TV has something similar, where they identify missing people. Because every time that you see somebody missing, the person has probably also strayed out of their known jurisdiction, and they also search for their families again. So in that particular show, they showcase people who have gone missing, and then they post their videos and pictures, and they share information where they lived, who are their parents, so that anybody who's watching the show and knows about them can connect. And so they're also pairing people and getting them back to their families.
They are found.
Yes. So
I mean, we wish that if anybody is missing, we could have that news at the end of the day. But it's disturbing when you realize that, oh, they're missing, and all you find is they've been found dead. And then you start wondering who killed them, what happened to them, and especially the children. You know, the younger ones, 13, 3 years. You know, now they leave a lot of the children to go to school on their own. They close and they come home on their own. And most of them, sometimes maybe when I'm driving on the Labadi road, I find that the secondary school students, they close and they are standing by the roadside, you know, asking for lifts.
I started walking to school when I was 9 years old. And I was driving on the highway. I was working on the highway. I was taking the pocket money, but I was working, so I could save the money to buy more teasers.
But you were safe.
But when I look at my structure, who come and chase me?
Let's take a break. Please continue the conversation on social media and raise the awareness so that we save more lives. Yes, see something, say something. We're back shortly.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friend Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Friend me once now. Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Friend is sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso. Tum preko.
Buy affordable service plots and lands from estate masters. Currently selling our next cottage, located at the newly proposed airport city, with a starting price of 25,000 Ghana cedis. We also have Palm Hills, located at Pangfukuro in the Gomwa East District, also with a starting price of 15,000 Ghana cedis. Available also is Coastal Park in Akleku, which is a 15-minute drive from the Ningo Senior High School, having a starting price of 55,000 Ghana cedis. You will receive a free site plan with indenture once you successfully purchase a land from us. For any enquiries, contact the numbers provided. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
A home is more than just walls and a roof. It's the warmth of family, the assurance of security, and the joy of shared moments. Whether you're returning from abroad or seeking a new beginning, Rehoboth Havens Ayimensa is where your journey truly begins. Nestled beneath the tranquil Ebri Mountains, this gated community offers the perfect blend of modern living and natural beauty. Our 2, 3 and 4 bedroom homes are designed for family living with spacious interiors, elegant finishes, and all the comforts that make life better. From cozy living rooms for bonding to modern kitchens for culinary creativity and private gardens for peaceful reflection, every space is thoughtfully crafted. At Rehoboth Havens, your children play safely, your family grows joyfully, and your memories are built on a foundation of care and community. Starting from 675,000 Ghana cedis with flexible installment plans, your dream home is within reach because everyone deserves a place to truly call home. Rehoboth Havens, where futures are built and dreams come to life. Call us on 0553 751933 or 0206 823524 to secure your future today. Rehoboth Social Housing, your housing dream becomes reality.
Hey, pay right, borehole drilling.
Hey! Eja pay reject for Abama and show some ye dewa. Pay reject a daromanti, if ye be a monyan shoe, enti sawyang crankre, a jumaku, in swan sorry, namope and should the juma be a dear. Make out for pay reject the amount, any pay reject, wama quadari our boho drilling, water purification, any bibiada a fat in shoe, netie, pay reject in quani boho drilling company, what two so mawa. Was sound super a brano, a babesha sending sonity, and Sayo, one sounds the Shishasun Kokra, a Gupunoswa, ye de babe bo amosika sem piano alcoye. Hey, won't pay way now per day. Would them call them now? Flying, I was 0240 217253 0240 217253. Pay right GH, since so young quadia, any ye maungua.
Right, welcome back to the program. It's good morning, Ghana, and we'll now get into the NPP and what it managed to do over the weekend. Let me just read some of the headlines for you. I'm still in the studio with Gabriela Tete and also Larata Musa Saka. Let's now unpack everything that happened last Saturday at the Legon Stadium. NPP unites to rebuild after a successful conference, and that is a picture of Dr. Baumia waving at the crowd there. This is Daily Guide. It says that the opposition New Patriotic Party over the weekend held pivotal National Delegates Conference at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, signaling a renewed sense of unity, reform, and purpose following its 2024 electoral defeat. Now, the well-attended conference brought together over 5,000 delegates, including national, regional, and constituency executives, members of parliament, polling station officers, DESCON representatives, and grassroots supporters, all rallying under the theme, Rebuilding Together with Our Values. Now, with a strong focus on inclusivity and democratic renewal, the delegates approved 54 out of 56 proposed constitutional amendments, marking a major overhaul of the party's internal structures and electoral process. Now, these reforms, party leaders said, are aimed at deepening grassroots participation and strengthening the NPP's capacity to reconnect with the Ghanaian electorate ahead of the 2028 general elections. Now, the General Secretary, Justin Kodia, set the tone for the conference with a stirring speech that called on the party faithful to rise above the disappointment of 2024 and embrace a collective vision for renewal. Quote, this is not just a conference, he said. This is a moment of reckoning, a moment of reflection, and above all, a moment of rising. Acknowledging the sting of defeat, Mr. Kodia stressed that the party's spirits remained unbroken. Yes, the 2024 elections were a blow, but that light has not gone out. It's still burning, and with the conference, with our collective faith and renewed strength, we shall fan that flame into fire. So he urged the party members to embrace unity, discipline, and principle, reminding them that we are not broken, we are not defeated, we are builders, and we are dreamers as well. We are fighters, and when we come together, nothing is impossible. The party's foundational values of freedom, enterprise development, and responsibility, he noted, must guide every action and interaction going forward. The journey ahead is not its spirit. It is a long and difficult road, but it is the road worth walking, and we will walk together, shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart. Also, the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, echoed his call, urging the party to rebuild not only its electoral machinery, but also its moral center. Quoting from the president, John Agyekum Kufuor, he said, "It is better to be a cleaner in a party in power than to be a general secretary of a party in opposition." Okay, I'll end it here and then see if I can capture other headlines. From the Daily Graphic, it says that the National Delegates Conference NPP expands electoral college voters increase from 220,000 to 280,000. The Herald captured NPP wrestles evil, disunity, and discipline at Legon, and some more. Let me just have Laratu. Let me start off with you. Congratulations on your. Oh, okay, that's Chairman Won to me. Congratulations on your conference.
Thank you.
And we look forward to how your unity going forward is going to be looking like.
Yeah. Honey, thank you once again. And on this note, I'll also say congratulations to all of us, the new Patriotic Party, the planning committee delegates, the rank and file of the party for making the first major engagement after 2024 election of our party such a success, and sending a very positive signal to Ghanaians that the NPP is still resolute, and we are determined to rebuild based on our values, to reclaim, to serve the people of Ghana. And I mean, with what happened at University of Ghana Sports Stadium yesterday tells you how the elephant, which is our symbol, shows strength, resilience, and longevity, And our colors, the red, white, and blue, also shows patriotism, sacrifice, and integrity. And that was what we are committed to make sure that we remain the best choice when it comes to governing this country. I mean, the call for unity, like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia said, we would have all loved to have had this conference under different circumstances. But we have to do it under the existing circumstances. So we are all, and you saw it. I mean, we don't need to be friends. We don't need to be necessarily buddies to succeed. We all ascribe to the tenets and values of the New Patriotic Party, and that should be the focus of all of us who have come together to form this association in this context, the New Patriotic Party, to be the best choice when it comes to governance in this country. A lot happened. I mean, before, during the election, after. But what makes the difference is how we learn those lessons and make them better. After the election, the Professor Michael Kwe committee was set up to go into what the issues were that led to our loss. And I mean, every well-meaning organization does that. Because you can't just...
he came in crutches.
Yeah, but he was beaten terribly. You don't expect him to be fit enough. He had issues. He was the one who was pushed down. He was the deputy organizer was pushed down and kicked from all angles.
So he broke a leg, or
he has an issue with
fracture?
one of the legs. Yes. So he can't walk on both legs. So, but I mean, that's...
He can't walk on both legs.
He's using... You saw him... he needs support to walk properly. You've seen it. It's not like I'm telling you. I'm watching.
You know, I'm seeing someone use crutches, but...
Yes, that's the deputy organizer that was beaten during the rerun of 19 polling
stations.
stations.
What I want to find out is if he had a very serious fracture on his leg.
The gentleman is using crutches, and you ask him if he had a very serious issue.
Okay, continue.
You're sitting here, nobody beat you. You haven't fallen. You're walking on both legs. Are you not? Mm-hmm. Do you need support?
No.
Yes, so that should tell you that something happened. Let me move on to you and your mischief. There were 56 motions that were taken to conference.
Okay.
And out of the 56, 2 were rejected by conference. And that's the democracy that we believe in.
The 2 that were rejected, why? Yes. Why were they rejected?
2. The 2 that were rejected, I think, goes without saying. It was having a constituency, people outside the constituency supervising polling station elections. I mean, there's a hierarchy. Regional supervisors constituency, national supervisors region. So why should you go beyond constituency when it comes to polling stations? So I think that was just a fair thing to do. And the second one that was rejected was the should I say, definition of youth, because that's a stance and what conference has agreed. So what was existing is still pertaining, that the cutoff, the upper limit for youth is 40. So once you are 40 years, you cannot contest for national youth or youth organizer position at the various levels of the party's structure. So those were the 2 motions that were rejected by conference. And the other 54, and most of them sought to expand the electoral college so that you have more people being involved in the decision-making at the various levels of the party. So fundamentally, I mean, I don't know whether you are at the stadium. Were you there?
Yeah, I passed there briefly, but I had more work to do in the studio. So I was on air. Yeah.
Because officially conference started on Friday. So I was there on Friday when the Saturday morning.
I passed there briefly, but we had a team.
The rest of the day in GBC studios.
We had a whole team of about...
It was a successful,
15 people,
peaceful,
20.
And that's the beginning of what we are poised to do as we prepare for 2028.
So let me just throw this one in with the cheers as received by Dr. Bawumia when he came in. You know, also amidst the conference, there were allegations and accusations. There were people who are alleging that, well, Dr. Bawumia's rousing welcome that he actually met was choreographed. There were allegations of the fact that even Anabi's name came in for having allegedly organized non-delegates, about 3,000 of them, to the stadium to, you know, give some fake noise of fans to Dr. Bawumia, and that this conference was actually put together, this early conference you went to was put together to favor Dr. Bawumia. All the allegations, were you able to achieve all that you wanted to achieve with this conference, even though people were saying that you are building the, you're putting up the building from the lintel downwards, everything, all the allegations that came.
Showed Dr. Bawumia, you're asking me about how successful the conference was.
Everything.
Because that goes without saying.
Everything.
You were in studio, you watched it. It was, by large, a successful
Was
conference.
it made to favor Dr. Bawumia? Was it organized to favor him?
How can anybody even say conference was to favor Dr. Bawumia? Dr. Bawumia is not just any other candidate. Dr. Bawumia is the immediate past Vice President for the Republic of Ghana and the immediate past flag bearer. This is someone who had moved across the country, gone to every constituency at least 3 times before elections, interacted with delegates, and conference is made up of delegates. So I don't see how this becomes an issue if people that he's been interacting with over the years as Vice President, as flag bearer, show him love. I don't see how that becomes an issue. I don't see how that becomes something staged. Was anybody forcing people to show their love for the immediate past Vice President and immediate past flag bearer and leader of our party? I don't see how this is an issue. We show that respect and love to all our leaders. When chairpersons were being announced region by region, you saw it. When the minority leader was going to talk.
To speak.
Yeah, to speak. People did it. When the acting chairman was going to speak, the general secretary. So what's the difference with the immediate past leader of our party being shown love by delegates? And that is even, anybody who says that, that's even demeaning the leadership of our party. The National Council, National Executive Committee takes decisions, and all that they are interested in as leadership of our tradition, leadership of the New Patriotic Party. That is not what the New Patriotic Party is known for. So then there was no need calling all those meetings. They have just decided, taking a unilateral decision. The chairman or the general secretary could have taken a unilateral decision and say, we are having this for Dr. Bawumia. But I mean, we shouldn't be saying some of these things. It demeans the leaders that we have put in charge of making sure that we adhere to what we believe in as a party. Yeah, but we keep moving together.
Yeah, but
and showing the
those giving these criticisms are not members outside the party. They are also members within the party.
The patriotism and the integrity that our party stands for. I don't think any well-meaning party member should be saying some of these things.
You haven't heard some before.
No, but why should anyone say that?
Why shouldn't they?
Is that the reason National Council, National Executive Committee gave for organizing conferences? And conference long overdue. We had proposals as far back as 2021 that were not considered. We've come out of such an election, and we shouldn't make use of the lessons we've learned. I mean, how many months after election? 7 months after election. we shouldn't put the lessons we've learned to good use and forge ahead in unity to pursue what we all aspire to pursue.
All right.
And achieve.
Let me have.
I don't think this is a conversation
Gabi,
that we should be having.
Let me have Gabi coming. Gabi, did you make time to watch the conference, and do you think that you are getting a good opposition to measure you by your activities as a government too?
You know, I'm a student now, right? So on Saturday, I went for classes. On Saturday, I went to school for classes.
Same with me.
So I didn't have time. I didn't have time to watch them.
But you saw the excerpts after lectures.
Oh, I saw the convoys going up and down and the noise making and everything. And then I saw the plenty people at the UPSA hostels and stuff. You know, anytime NPP is going for delegates congress and they gather around that UPSA area, I don't know what it is with that particular area. And next time they're having any super delegates program or something.
Legon Stadium.
Yes, I'm telling you.
They
were residents in the UPSA area.
Oh, okay.
That is where they lodge before they move
to the stadium.
And so in January, when it's time for the flag bearer elections, make sure you send your cameras to UPSA area, because that is where you see the disappointed delegates who have not received the full share of the money from the aspirants will come and complain. In fact, Charlie, seeing is believing. No. So I saw them.
You can never change.
And,
it's your mystery.
But I saw bits and pieces of everything that happened. And the first thing that caught my attention, and I'm surprised Lerato here is trying to defend the deputy national organizer, who today is working with clutches. I saw the video of the young man when everything was happening at Blekuma North. I'm very sorry you had to endure that, but after the incident, he got up on his feet and he walked briskly away with his boys. As a matter of fact,
and in the video, he was even explaining.
Yes, and in fact, in the same video, one of his boys was even complaining that they left him behind for the boys to continue with the heckling. And then he and his other boys left. So he felt betrayed that his Odongo had left him at the fate of, you know, whatever happened. Then today he shows up and he's wearing clutches.
But you know, sometimes when you are attacked that way,
intimidation was not too straight.
Annie.
You don't.
We need a doctor's report.
No, there was this day I missed.
No, but you don't need a doctor's report to confirm whether indeed he is in
a
condition to use clutches. He can decide that, well, I want to work with clutches. I mean, as I sit here, I don't have any pain in any part, but I can decide to use clutches, and
you remember one of the days after the show, I missed a step in the cafe.
Yes.
I didn't feel anything. By the time I got home, my leg was swollen.
So
there are people who have jumped flights of buildings, run to where they were before they realize that they have a fracture. It's the man's body.
So it's when you go to him that you realize that he needs practice.
He was beaten. You yourself are saying sorry for enduring that. So in the
because I don't condone what happened.
Maybe for the slap.
He went to sleep.
I don't condone what happened.
He was on the floor. They kicked him at all angles. The man goes to sleep the following day, is with clutches, and you think that
he needed that yellow ointment. What's it called?
Abonike.
Yes. You should have gone to massage him.
It's no good.
You should have gone to massage him with it.
You know,
they won't allow me. They won't allow me close to the gate.
Your body size is almost
to go and volunteer.
So your hands would have been good on him. You know that.
And then there's our friend, Madam Hao Kumsin, who also came looking very sober. In fact,
so, Gabriela, you are laughing at people being beaten like the way they were beaten.
I'm not laughing at people being beaten. I'm laughing at the acting, because the acting is so bad. The acting is so bad.
So you now have eyes that determine that the person is not
after 1 week. How Akomsin is telling us that she's still dazed.
She's a middle-aged woman.
She's, my dear.
She's a middle-aged woman.
Tuareg.
Who was caked.
Tuareg. Find out about Tuareg. Tuareg was my communicator plus a member of my communication committee.
So it's equalization.
Please. Howard
Is
voice,
it equalization?
by her orders, they beat Tuareg. Tuareg did not become a human being again till he died.
So you targeted her?
No, I'm not talking about equalization. I'm not talking about targeting. What I'm saying is that you've authorized people to beat people in Kaswasa.
So today, you targeted to beat her because
small died, somebody beat her.
I heard her on radio. She was having a conversation with Obi. And she denied all the allegations that we've leveled against her.
Which is?
Matter of fact, all these stories we've associated with her. There's no police case. There's no official complaint. There's nothing that's linking her to. Nobody has. You should
go and find out how powerful she was at the time with the Kaswa police.
Okay. So Kaswa police was the one dealing with all the
but let's lay this in right perspective. I think that it's very unfair for us to continue on this trajectory. The allegations we're making, people's lives have been lost. People have died. No one, not two. And they are all with her name in connection. Do you understand? In fact, even family members of persons who have died can organize boys to beat her anywhere they meet her, or can even do anything to her. As at this point, I feel she needs a protection.
I don't have a problem with that. Because have you had now call you on this set before?
No, I haven't. I will later.
Yeah, you should invite her to the set so that you share experiences.
We have continued
of what it's like.
We've continued with the narrative, and it's moving. A lot of NPP members were at Ablekuma. Obviously in frenzy with NDC.
Oh yeah,
officials.
I mean, we see each other, we
so my question on my mind has always been, why her?
Because she pointed her pepper spray at them and started spraying at them.
That's why
they
bounced on her.
That was when at the
grounds. Also where they were coming towards her.
Anyway,
Gabi, really.
So
I know, Gabi, I'm just saying that, as we say, crime has no expiry. I think it's about time we make official complaints. If you think that at the time she was so powerful and so she had the police in her pocket, fine. Today you are in power. I think you have to. Yes, I think you have to do something so that we are sure. Even we on air, we can't accept when you make the allegations. We can only listen to the allegation and say it is alleged. It's alleged. But
okay, so even in Kaswa, it was also alleged that 2 of her boys shot at people. I think at the 2020 elections. You know that? Remember that incident where the police, there was evidence that there were bullet holes in containers and people had to run away from their shops.
The young man, the guy who died, I think she was in your campaign. No. She
Which
was
one?
in. Yeah. No, I don't know if he was an official. He was shot. My colleague Eugenia Akofa was the one who was in Kaswa, followed the team as they were taking the guy to the hospital, as your Nakoyo was struggling all over the place. Eugenia gave us the up-to-the-minute report, and it was all Howard Comson's name in association. But we couldn't put our finger on it because no one had done an official complaint. Yes, but no one had made an official complaint on air. Yes,
right?
Yes.
We thank God. Now moving on. Back to our NPP Congress. We've pointed out the action that went on. Let's move on. So one of the issues that they raised was about the super delegates system of voting, which now they realize that it's favoring the elites in the party. So they want to open it up. And now they have almost like 200,000 people who will now be voting. And so in actual fact, what the NPP is rather going to do is rather going to make whoever becomes their flag bearer spend a whole lot more money. Because you see, the thing with these presidential elections, you know they pay. And they're like, when I was doing my intro, I told you why you guys should send your cameras to UPSA in January. Because that's where you see the real accountability going on who becomes the flag bearer of the NPP. So now that they have to pay 200,000, that's a whole logistical and financial challenge to whoever becomes flag bearer. But we know the way things are going, that they are just going to set a stage to bring Baumia back. And so we are waiting for him. The youth age limit, I don't know why they couldn't agree on something as simple as that, because I think now we reviewed the youth from, I think it's 12, 13 or so to 35. The age limit now is 35. So ordinarily, changing leaders and having your youth represents that shouldn't be something that should be contested or not admitted to. So I don't understand why they refused something as simple as that. It was obvious that factionalism still plays a large part in NPP's politics.
Factionalism. Factionalism, okay.
Because you could clearly see the Baumia faction, you could see the Ken side, you could see what is now emerging as this guy, what's his name? The Rock City guy, what's his name? The one who wanted to buy a hotel. Yes, there's a young emerging, the one whose followers I couldn't really pinpoint was the former education minister.
Educhum.
Yeah, his people appear to be hype men, but well, anyway.
I thought you said you didn't watch.
So,
I thought you said you were in school, you didn't watch.
So, and then additionally, the other issue also for me was that the few, I saw except, and I said school quite, and I came back in the evening to see a bit more of it. So, all the messages that were going on, I couldn't really make head and tail of the direction that these leaders want to send this political party to. I mean, let's be honest, the NDC needs a strong opposition to be on her feet. And it goes without saying that we don't want to see the NPP collapse. But for me, they didn't have a strong message, any strong policy direction. But of course, I mean, let's also be honest. The performance of the Mahama Nana Jenopoku administration has blown everybody away. So I'm not surprised that they went to their platform and they couldn't say anything, you know, not for their government, not on the NDC. Everywhere they used was settings. But Annie, the no fee stress policy is not settings. First year students have had their fees refunded to them. Today, you don't hear secondary schools complaining about their feeding and their
I heard one of your guys on social media write that, yes, it's the settings, we like the settings.
We don't do settings, we do the real thing, because I think the evidence is what will come out, and the evidence is working with clutches where nobody, you know, anyway, let's move on. So now, free SHS is fully funded, there's money for it, and we don't hear people complaining. Additionally, we spoke about free sanitary towels, which has also been launched, and young girls are receiving their free sanitary towels. The Ministry of Education has awarded contracts to a lot of entities to supply sanitary towels to their schools. So it's also ongoing. Just last week, training nurses received their allowances, and they were just shouting and jubilating and super excited because some money has dropped onto their Momo wallets and their e-switch cards. The performance of the city, never seen in this country. For a very long time, all we see is our city depreciating, and everybody was turning to the dollar as a store of value and to save and hedge against depreciation of the currency. Today, for you to hold a dollar, if you are not careful, you'd rather be making losses. So you prefer to hold on to your cedis and use your Visa card to transact when you travel outside. It's more expensive to exchange dollar to travel outside than just to keep your money in your account and use a Visa card to transact. And the currency that was doing 17 Ghana cedis today is now doing 10.4. That's a remarkable feat for the NDC administration. There's a whole lot of things that is going well for the NDC administration that we don't even care much about how the NPP goes about.
Some businessmen are already complaining about the sudden shoot down of the dollar because it's affecting their goods, of course, that they import. If they imported at a higher rate and now it's dropping suddenly,
they were enjoying the astronomical profits on their goods when we were struggling to pay. It's a transitioning period. But the most important thing is that the managers of the economy are able to sustain and hold the currency. It doesn't mean that we will not appreciate or depreciate. It just means that business people can now plan properly because you won't wake up one morning, the dollar is 10.4, then in 2-3 days it shoots to 14, 15. That is not going to happen now. Today we have enough reserves, about 4.7 months import cover. The country, I don't know how much gold is there currently, but as at the last, I think I heard about 4 billion thereabouts in gold reserves, also to show up the currency. Today, inflation that was at 23% has declined to, I think it's now about 13%. And the last NPC report showed that there's a high possibility that we could even end the year with single-digit inflation, looking at how the macroeconomics and fundamentals is going. Same with producer price inflation is also dropped significantly from 23 end of year December to now, I think 5%. And so the NDC has a lot to be proud of. We are not focused on NPP's attempts to reorganize themselves. For now, they will not be disorganized. I mean, who goes to polls and comes heavily defeated and is able to organize themselves within a year? It's a phase. They will get out of it. But the most important is that they get out of that phase quickly because, as I said, the NDC needs a strong opposition to keep it on its feet. You're trying to now decentralize your politics from a national to region. I know, right now you're in Central Region, the Central Region has now changed to NDC, and it's going to be that way for a while. So I don't know how this thing is going to help you in Central Region. At least not for the 2028 elections, but let's see.
How? Well, the expanding of the electoral college.
This their new.
But the expanding of electoral college sometimes largely helps political parties, don't it?
To some extent, but when your track record is so bad, it's not the electoral college that is going to help you.
Yeah, so you think that it is your performance
of what your government was able to do in the last 8 years. And that is what Ghanaians will remember when we go to the polls, even in 2028. When we go, by the way, I've already chosen my flag bearer, so let's not even get into conversation about the next flag bearer of the NDC. So, by 2028,
you've already chosen your flag bearer.
But I have a candidate.
You have a candidate.
Yeah.
Can you share? Who's your candidate?
Hey, I'm not telling anybody.
She just upgraded from not to a Yezu. Now she's choosing candidate.
But what am I supposed to do?
But the candidate is in Yezu.
I have to campaign for the candidate.
She knows what I'm saying.
I have to campaign for my candidate. My candidate is a strong character, personality-wise. He has charm, eloquence, commands presence, intellect.
Unsura body. Unsura
body. And so I mean, we need a strong opposition. The NPP should hurry up and get themselves organized.
So this candidate you're talking about is
my flag
anonymous candidate.
Oh, I'm not telling you.
Can he match Dr. Baumia?
Baumia is no match.
Can he match Brian Achampong?
He's no match.
Kennedy Japan?
No match.
Dr. Duchum?
Kwata. Onukadio feature.
You wanted to make some...
No, the fellow was talking about not having any strong policies and all that. It wasn't a campaign launch that we had or a manifesto launch.
But you are part in the opposition.
It was
at least
conference.
Let Ghanaians know that.
Can I have my...
You still have the men you claimed you had.
You are here choosing.
38%.
You are here, regional communications officer, choosing, but you are not bold enough to even mention your candidate.
My candidate.
You know, you are not bold enough to. That is
at the appropriate time. You see him.
It wasn't a campaign launch. It wasn't.
It won't be right for even.
It wasn't a campaign launch. It wasn't a money. What if you can't mention name? You don't.
No, no one has launched a campaign yet.
We're all thinking that should be given. With all the hard work she put in, she went to sit on TV and said not to her regional minister's appointment.
My regional minister.
Then another appointment came. She just went to say Yozu. Today she's sitting here and choosing flag bearer.
The other appointment that she
now she's appointing.
The one that she wrote Yozu. That was an appointment from the NPP.
Well, she went to after she went to Yozu. Now she's sitting here being the appointing flag bearer.
We don't appoint flag bearers. We campaign for flag bearers. And the grassroots, the delegates. Yes, I've chosen my flag bearer. Which one I'm going to campaign for?
A candidate.
I have chosen who I'm going to campaign for.
No, you didn't say that. You said you've
chosen I've already chosen my flag bearer.
Yes,
it's my final campaign.
So she's chosen. Mighty Gabriela.
It's my campaign.
But she can't mention him. That's the sad bit. But Gabriela needs to know that this wasn't a campaign launch. It wasn't a manifesto launch. It was a conference to decide on the motions that had been put together for the way forward.
Including not being able to even decide on an age limit.
But you see, it takes one to know the other. Gabriela was in school, but she was omnipresent. She saw UPSA. She saw University of Ghana. Student, I wonder what she was doing in class.
She saw the envelopes.
Yeah, she saw everything. But you see, it always takes one to know the other. That's what probably they do in the NDC. So she's just sitting in class, imagining what could have happened.
You know,
Gabriela is behaving like a story I was told. about an in-law who was looking for faults with her daughter-in-law, went to the house, she didn't find any fault. And the best you could say was that the sugar that she was served was not sweet enough. That is what Gabriela is doing now. All she had to do was congratulate us for having a well-organized and successful
Did you clean the place up after you left? Or you left it for Zoom Lion?
We were cleaning even when we were there.
Please, Zoom Lion doesn't have a contract to go and clean
Go
anywhere.
and check.
So, if they've dirtied the place, unless they come and pay.
No. They are trying to hang on to things. In one break, they also said that there was no acknowledgement of our departed brother, Ernest Kumi. Videos were brought up. Then they said those videos were generated. They couldn't find anything wrong. They didn't see anybody whipping anybody with horse whips and all that. Like they have
but we saw heckling.
They have
They were heckling journalists.
Heckling is normal. If you have a number of people going and it's an event that you need accreditation to enter. The police,
your delegates were even complaining that this your 54 motions you present a couple. You didn't educate them well on it. And they just started mentioning things and doing it at them. Say yes, say no.
It was read out.
Say yes,
you see, that's
say no.
Behaving
They
like
don't have it. I mean,
the in-law who said the sugar was not sweet enough. That's what she's doing. Trying to find fault where there's no fault. Talking about things. Someone was sitting in class. Omnipresent Gabriela. Seeing UPSS, seeing University of Ghana. We need to give you that. Powerful Gabriela choosing flag bearer even before they decide on the modalities. But the point is,
as a candidate,
please, the point
flag bearer
is,
candidate.
The New Patriotic Party, just as is represented by our symbol, the elephant. We are resilient. We have that strength, and there's longevity. Right. What we did is just the beginning. I mean, definitely. You know how she's talking and how they paid fees and all that. She sounded like how we sounded in 2017. Today, you are holding on to the dollar. You are not spending. Right. But if you go onto the real market, the dollar is more than 10 points, whatever that they are saying it is. For how long can you hold on to it? Now, people have to use connection to get dollar. You can't get the dollar if you are not connected. And is that the economy we want to build? People have their money. They can get their money because you are not spending. You are not paying that people contractors. Yesterday, there was a post. There was a post by a gentleman that he couldn't get his money. Addressed the governor. In the next moment, he put up another post that the governor had linked them. He linked him up to a staff who had assisted him and everything. How many people can go to the governor for the governor to assign them staff to help them get their money?
I mean, Annie, we have to give it to Dr. Johnson Esiama. He's doing very good with his messaging. I don't know about Governor Addison. If you are listening to people, he would have been able to get information. But
do you like what's happening within the economy today?
What is happening within the economy?
What you are talking about right
now. The dollar, the exchange rate.
But you enjoyed the 12 fuel.
Is it realistic?
It's not realistic.
They are holding the exchange rate. Abochi is holding the dollar.
But you are the one who said that. Whatever is happening. I'm sorry. You said, your officials actually said, whatever is happening to the economy, the dollar that's dropping, it's not this government that's doing anything.
Come again.
You said it's not this government that's doing anything. This government has done nothing. But within the 6 months, they can't work on the dollar.
The dollar went as high as what, 20-something? By the time we're going to elections, it was what? It came when all the measures were put in place. It came as low as 13. Right. We never held on to it. We never held on to it.
When you say you never held on to it, what do you mean?
Government was spending.
Yes.
Is this government spending?
So,
the
question I asked was, if you are satisfied with what's happening with the economy today.
You say this exchange rate, definitely when you go to the forex bureaus and go to the other black market people, there shouldn't be that huge discrepancy. But the governor or the Bank of Ghana is telling us that it's 3.3 what? 3.3 or 3.4. But you go out there, you can't get it. And it's about 13 and a little over 13 at the other avenues. Is that sustainable? Which is which? That you are not spending, the people cannot get the dollar? Is that what we want? let nobody think that if the economy is doing well, we in the New Patriotic Party are against. Never. What we all set up to do is get a resilient economy that is good for business people and conducive
and this
business
economy.
people.
The point I'm trying to make
and
is
also good for business people.
The point I'm trying to make is that
Yes,
you
what's the
approbate
point?
and reprobate.
But
On
when
one
we
side,
said-
you say
when we said
on
that
one
it's
side you
going
say
low
all the
because there were
positives that
measures
are
put in
being
place.
recorded by this
Honey,
government is not the doing of the
there were
government.
measures put
It
in
was
place.
measures put in place by the previous administration that's
Listen.
yielding results.
There were
And then
measures
on the
put
other
in place. What did
side,
they say?
you pick on the negatives and you
What did
say
they
it
say?
is this government
What
that's
did they
caused. And that's
say?
the point I
What
want
did
you
they say
to
when we said it was the
explain.
measures we put in place? They said it wasn't measures that the previous government
In fact,
put
you
in
say
place,
you even
right?
added exogenous
There was
factors
gold
that
for oil.
Yes.
There was gold for oil. We're shoring up the reserves. They poo-pooed all those things. They said that wasn't what was sustaining the dollar. Isn't that what they said? Isn't that what the governor said? That's what they said.
Yes,
At the end of the day, they are the one who
you lack
we are telling you that
prudence.
we put measures in place.
You were
to
just
sustain
here
it,
saying you were
and it was
spending.
reducing welfare.
And
You
yes,
said,
your macro mismanagement
it's
is
your
what
gold
caused it.
for oil now that it's your gold board. Gold board now is being alleged that most of the gold you are buying for the gold board is from Galamsey's, illegal miners.
But the
That's
gold
what
board
is
has
being
instituted
said.
a
Now,
tracing
that's what they're
mechanism.
saying.
Who's saying?
The gold board has instituted a tracing mechanism.
Gold board will never say.
Who's saying that?
No, gold board will never say that we're buying from
I didn't
Galamsey.
say gold board.
Okay.
They are saying putting together the gold board is helping with some of these things. Measures that they have put in place within 6 months is what is holding the dollar.
Yes.
Now it's being alleged
Prudent
that
economic
even the
management.
gold board, the gold that you said you are using to sustain it, most of it is being bought from Galamsey's. Have they?
How much gold
How
is from Galamsey's?
How are you even?
How do you even provide data? Where is the verification? Where is the data?
Yes.
To suggest.
In the run-up to elections, when we're trying to explain what the issues were, when we're trying to explain what COVID had done to us, when we're trying to explain what the war had done to us, they said no. When they came into power, what was it? Was it Iran? Was it Iran and what?
Israel.
Israel. Well, what did they say at first? They came out quickly to say measures should be put in place for all those things. Did anybody see COVID coming? Nobody saw COVID coming. Right. But COVID came and wrecked us.
But what's wrong with saying measures should be put in place to...
I mean, if you make me make my point, but if you keep interjecting...
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
All those things, because we don't live on an island. So external factors can also have an impact on your economy. And we had a lot of those factors. After running around with all those things, they hinged on Galamsey. Repeal the airline. Call a state of emergency. Right. So if that group of people are now in power, they haven't repealed that same airline they passionately spoke for. They haven't called the state of emergency that they passionately demanded. And now there's an allegation that some of the gold that they are buying in the name of gold board is from Galamsey's. How do you reconcile
Where
this?
is the evidence?
And that is why I'm asking you.
It's a reason why. No, you see, it's a reason why gold board is
disclaim that
traceability. The traceability policy that it wants to introduce, because then it will help you.
PMMC wasn't doing those things.
Traceability.
You think PMMC? You thought people who were exporting gold and all that could do it without PMMC?
So let's read. Let me read.
So how was the gold getting to Dubai in India? You think PMMC was buying everything? That has nationalized the gold. Under your watch, 10 billion gold was going to Dubai and it was not accounted for in the books of Ghana. Please.
Let's take a breather. I said we're going to touch on Cathedral, but because of this gold matter that's coming, I'm sure we'll go into Galamsey a bit. But let's take a breather. I'll be back shortly, and then we will continue from that angle. I'll read the traceability policy that wants to be introduced by Gold Board.
I'm here at Mycom JA Limited to show you the Promethean Active Panel, the ultimate tool for corporate institutions, hospitals, schools, and your home. With its crystal clear 4K display and an unbreakable screen with an ultra responsive touch technology, this isn't just a screen, it's a game changer. For corporate institutions and in schools, this active panel can be used for Zoom meetings and PowerPoint presentations. And oh, your homes are not left behind. You can use it to watch all your favorite programs by just connecting to a Fire Stick, and you can get access to channels like Netflix and Amazon, and voila, you are in there. At Mycom JA Limited, we provide you with the best quality products from the United States of America with 1-year warranty. You can get an
Ebusiafo ye mama kwaba eba Children's Palace. Nkwala nyema nyina fie enyi. Yonkwala ntade mani mema nyina ntare nyina wase. Yonkwala shoes, yonkwala duane, yonkwala wipes, yonkwala diapers, yonkwala toys, baby coat. In fact, bibia opama omanyina obenye biwa ase.
Located at East Legon Hills, Nana Chrome KFC. Contact us on 059 6377 172. Children's Palace. Happy children, happy fashion. See you soon. Bye bye.
Wabedum time aso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya mabesisia. Abozig. Akache say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Eji. Dabio, baby wom. Ready? Hey, baby wom. Ah, Aji. I'll cause some discomfort. Sorry, well, uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral? At your phone for Aerofield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share nanda danya was mosquito call esudu womunumu. Na say spray with them sir. Try sima edronum ansana ko dynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini ehu behia se metwa sapapadia to ama me manfo Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients eno ene bom se ho ban e ma ne sren ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Buy affordable service plots and lands from estate masters. Currently selling our next cottage, located at the newly proposed airport city with a starting price of 25,000 Ghana cedis. We also have Palm Hills, located at Panfukuro in the Gomwa East District, also with a starting price of 15,000 Ghana cedis. Available also is Coastal Park in Lakpleku, which is a 15-minute drive from the Ningo Senior High School, having a starting price of 55,000 Ghana cedis. You will receive a free site plan with indenture once you successfully purchase a land from us. For any enquiries, contact the numbers provided. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. I'm still in studio with Lara Musa Saka and Gabriela Tete. We're wrapping up, Lara, we're wrapping up on the point you were making, and I wanted to, put across the traceability work that Gold Board intends to do. I think most of the newspapers sort of captured headline of it. The Daily Guide said that Ghana to roll out traceability system by 2026. And page 3, it says that the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sammy Jemfi, has revealed that the country will roll out a comprehensive gold traceability system by 2026 to formalize the small-scale mining sector and curb illegal gold trading. Speaking on a Semper Information program, Sammy Jemfi stressed that the historic lack of traceability in the Ghana small-scale gold mining sector dating back to the colonial era, and emphasized the current government under President John Dramani Mahama is determined to address the gap. We started mining gold since the colonial days, and yet to date we don't have any traceability system. So we can identify our gold. When it is exported for or from which mine at a particular gold is coming from. Some Jemfi lamented. So while large-scale mining operations have some level of traceability, the small-scale sector remains largely informal. And Sami Jemfi said that the establishment of the Ghana Gold Board by the National Democratic Congress and NDC government marks the major step towards remedying this. So, Lara, for your information, formally, officially, there was no, there was no system that was helping us trace the gold where it's coming from, especially the informal parts. For the large-scale miners, we already know when they bring out the gold, you can tell where the source is coming from.
What you referred to me, was that what the NDC said prior to the election?
That what?
With regards to the main source of this gold, that is the main, should I say, good for the Gold Board, which I believe is just a change of name, because all that they are doing, the revamped PMMC was doing that.
But the PMMC was buying all the gold. Was not licensing only nationals of the country to sell the gold. So it is not the same.
And it's not officially, and it's not rebranding.
There's
it's establishment, a new act actually established Gold Board. It didn't say it's
like Gabi, I'm telling you that the revamped PMMC had all these things. What you've done is just change the name to Gold Board. But let's come to the fundamental thing.
So the parliamentarians went and did what?
Gold Board. The main good in there is the gold. Right. You've come in on the back of dealing with what was seriously affecting gold mining in this country, which was Galamsey. Promised to repeal the LI, because whilst we are looking at Gold Board doing all these things, our lives are still in danger. I haven't seen anyone go and take videos or go and take bottles of water to come and show us in studios that now we have water as clear as this. From the reports that are coming in, it's getting worse.
But nobody has brought us.
What is happening to the airline you promised to repeal? What is happening to the state of emergency you insisted must be put in place? what is happening to the ban of mining you campaign for? What has changed? They should let us know. As for making systems better, and I'll repeat, the Gold Board fundamentally is just a change of name. The PMMC was doing, and you can talk to someone like Kofi or the former CEO. He can give you more details on that. But what is being done now is not fundamentally different from what the revamped PMMC was doing. But even in that, with all the efforts that was being put in place to tackle Galamsey, we need to see what they promised us as a people of Ghana, because it's not getting better, our water is not getting clearer, and that is not what they promised us. They promised us one thing. They shouldn't come and put settings in to change it. We remember what they said. Their documents are there. Their social contract is there. They should live up to it.
Annie, here are the things that is going on that probably Lerato has not been either reading or watching TV, so we can forgive her. One,
I've also been in class.
We thank God.
I'm not omnipresent.
We thank God. At least then it means I do better than you.
You're omnipresent.
If I can be in class and still be omnipresent, then it's worth something. One, we have the Blue Water Guards, whose job it is to monitor riverbanks, identify those who are engaged in river mining, alluvial mining,
traffic.
They instruct the security teams that are assigned to their district, which is managed at the national level by a national task force. There are police security teams, joint police and military and national security teams involved in these operations, and consistently they've been arresting people. To date, there are more than 500 miners who are facing, who are in different courts on the issue of illegal mining. Today, government has instituted the registration of all excavators. In fact, I was surprised when I heard that this year, over 6,000 excavators have come into this country. And I was like, wow, then this gold business is really flourishing.
Yeah.
So if that, you are now able to identify the owners of these excavators, the next thing is to identify which mining sites they are visiting. And these excavators are fitted with RFID devices to track their GPS locations. So wherever the machine goes, it can give feedback on its location. And the monitoring teams are now able to identify whether these are properly licensed mines or Galamsey mines. Now let me also say this. The fact that a mining site is Galamsey today doesn't mean that tomorrow it's still a Galamsey site. Because the thing is that you see, we've still not managed to decentralize mining licenses. And this is something that the government is taking seriously. How to get the licensing regime improved. It was one of our manifesto promises. If you go to a place like the northern part of Central Region, which are known mining towns, you do the registration
but
in
the community
Central.
mining licensing have been revoked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But in Upper Denchira East, Upper Denchira West, part of Asen Kwapu, you can say they are traders and farmers. But in predominantly Upper Denchira East, Upper Denchira West areas, the main preoccupation is mining. You understand? So the government has to have a way of decentralizing the registration processes of these licensing regimes, so that those who are not licensed today, there's an avenue to have them licensed, and they're able to monitor things properly. The fact that somebody doesn't have a license, so let me say that the fact that somebody doesn't have a license today doesn't mean that they will not have it tomorrow. It is a process you go through and you acquire it, and it can be done, and it legitimizes your business. At this time, the other thing about Galamsey is that sometimes a site is given to a miner to mine, and then looking at how lucrative that patch is, after they finish with their 25-acre concession, whatever concession they are given, the temptation now is to now go beyond extra land outside the demarcation. That is also considered illegal mining.
Yeah.
You understand? So these people, eventually they end up buying people's farms, people's cocoa farms, all kinds of stuff, so they can extend their mining operation.
In fact, they've transformed cash crop farms into mining.
And is this new?
Into homes.
Is this new?
Gabriela, the narrative is not
what
is
Gabriela
happening.
is explaining.
It's common knowledge. Everybody knows. In fact, we have all the information we want within the illegal mining sector.
I was telling you what government is doing.
The call for emergency is still happening. We're still calling for what's it called?
A state of emergency.
A state of emergency. We're still calling
to ban mining.
You have updated us that you have taken all excavators out of our forest reserves. Right?
Yes.
Hey. So now,
no, there are about 12 of them. I think they've done 9. I have to update my
12 of the forest reserves.
How many have you registered? You said you registered.
Registered what?
Yeah, you said all excavators are registered, right? It's not all excavators that come into this country that are necessarily for mining.
No.
Right.
There's now.
She said
there's
registered
now
excavators.
No, there's now arrangement to register
These said
all
excavators going to mining areas. Already, the excavators that have been registered with all the monitoring devices you are talking about. You seized 40 of them, 33 of them got missing. Right. So how do you reconcile what you're telling us and what is happening?
The efforts.
Right.
That information was shared by Hannah, and I wish somebody could get further details from the police commanders that she was moving with. How come those others? Because what I heard her say,
she ended up at the police station.
What I heard her say was that
if they have all the tracking
they
devices.
were looking for low beds to transport those equipment, and they couldn't get access to low beds. And it's typical of those particular areas. If the low bed is not transferring a big machinery to that area, how are you going to get low bed to carry machine? The other carrying this machine, they are carrying timber, right? And to get those numbers, a bad German. But the police who were in charge of that arrest should be the ones to tell us where those other excavators went. You can't ask Hannah. Hannah can't produce those excavators. She went with the police team. She was moving with police commanders. So the police should now tell us what happened to those excavators. And after they were moved from where they left them, where did they go? They should be able to trace it. Investigation should come out with where those things are, and it can be solved.
I wish you had given time for investigation when we were pushing all this call state of emergency, ban mining, and all that. You are talking about arresting people. When people were being arrested from Galamsey sites, you kept on saying that those are not the people that are supposed to be arrested. When you come, you release all of them, and you are still arresting same people. You are still arresting same people.
But how are you going to get information about who's the pit owner?
You said no.
I'm saying that
and in this administration, they arrest the people on the field. They arrest the owners of the mines,
especially with regards to Professor Frimpong Manso's Frimpong Watten's report.
Prior to election 2024, people were being arrested, caught on Galamsey sites, and arrested. They said no. Those are not the people you're supposed to arrest. You have to arrest the people who are financing them. Who come and release all those people that you've arrested, and you've come and you're arresting same people. Right? You're not coming to explain how you are registering. When we're explaining that this is a collective fight, it borders on all of it.
This is the difference between a competent government and an incompetent government. A competent government says, let us track the excavators. You couldn't do it. That's important.
Same Erastus that was giving information is giving the same information that is even getting worse. Gabriela is coming from Central Region. One of the key places that they used to go and fetch water from was from the Pra. And nothing. Where's the water? How clear is it? Tell us.
And by the way, we now have magnetic technology to purify Pra.
We were talking
so
about
we're going to start a whole project
we were talking about livelihood empowerment, alternative livelihood. They wouldn't listen.
It's peculiar to your region.
Yes. We've identified American technology help us solve our problems.
So you're going to use it to pilot and then see how effective it is, and then you can
we'll transfer to the whole
national.
Country. Yes.
Oh, okay, that won't be bad.
If I would a prototype on River Pra,
is it purification that would take out? Sorry, is it purification that would take out all the metallic chemicals?
Yes, because of the magnetic nature of the purification process. So it attracts the magnets, and very tight magnets actually.
Okay. And when is it going to start rolling out?
We're having conversations with the Ministry of Works and Housing. Why are you laughing? The prototype.
You see, the patience with which you are listening to Gabriela. If that patience, you are listening to us like that, we're explaining how these things are. Galamsey was, it's not just for individuals or certain group of, it's for all of us.
What patience are you talking about?
I'm surprised in all this that Gabriela is saying. You haven't said it all comes to leadership. It all comes to the government. It all comes to, that's what you
but this is leadership.
Today you are saying what? You're having conversation.
Yes, we're talking about Ministry of Western House, water resources.
So
they are in charge of it.
When we're implementing alternative livelihood,
so
you wouldn't listen.
So your alternative livelihood and your alternative livelihood.
Okay, so
when you are buying Galamsey goods, you are having conversation. You are not doing prototype.
So
yes, Annie.
She's mentioned something I've never heard anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Like purification of our river bodies.
Yes.
And every time we talk about purifying the river bodies, we say it would take like 10 years, 20 years, decades.
So rather
because
than
hold on. Because we even have the risk of the metallic.
You said the machine at the source.
The risk of the metallic substances in the river.
And then
when we see, when we see our mothers in the villages,
isn't it Galamsey?
Lara too. When we
so
see
now you move from tackling Galamsey to purifying
so
the
when
water.
we see our mothers, so when we see our mothers in the villages fetching the water,
and putting
contaminated, and putting alum in it. You know that it's just the alum that's cleared the water, but the water is not pure. And it's disturbing.
Yes.
And we've had developments that it's not about NPP
and it doesn't stop
or
leadership
NDC.
anymore.
So when she mentioned it, I was particularly interested.
It doesn't.
It's a solution.
Yes.
That is probably coming on board. So you need to make way for that.
It's a solution which, when implemented well after the conversations they have it. But what is the cause of this pollution?
No, I'm not even.
What is the cause of this?
I took my time to address.
The cause of the pollution is Galamsey.
Sorry.
Now you stop the issue with Galamsey.
I took my time.
You are going to do purification of the water that they are polluting.
Sorry, I took my time to address this because you attacked me for my patience.
Every day we've attacked you.
Yes, you
attacked me. What you do to us is beyond attack.
You said I'm too patient listening to.
Yes, because you wouldn't have allowed me to even say anything. And it stops with leadership. It stops with leadership. It stops with government.
Rana, what have you been doing?
What she's saying is put Galamsey aside.
I did not say put Galamsey aside.
That's what you're saying.
I did not say put Galamsey aside.
That's what she's saying.
Galamsey aside.
I'm asking you what you're doing about stopping Galamsey.
And she's giving you the solution.
I told you blue water gas. I told you
joint water. The ones directing traffic. The ones directing
traffic on rivers.
But there are individuals directing traffic in the inner cities and all that.
My goodness.
And this is not the first time there have been water guards.
Why do you want to see the water guards?
It's not an innovation.
Do you know that the water guards...
So where are water guards?
No,
where are your water guards?
Oh, but they are not in government.
We promise we're going to monitor...
6 months in government.
We promise we'll monitor the river banks. It has been delivered. We are monitoring. We promise gold board and nationalizing gold.
By now we have delivered bottles of water.
We promise a centralized national task force chaired by the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. It is being delivered.
You are still setting committees.
We have joint police, national security army task force. Today, 2 of our national officers are being investigated by is it Iyoko or Iyoko over claims that some people task force went and mentioned their names that they are responsible for their task force. Now they are being investigated. And the NPP administration, the woman organizer, was engaged in Galamsey. What did they do about it? Nothing.
For now, allegedly.
Nothing. Allegedly fine. I thought allegedly fine. There was nothing.
We can go way back. These people that you are talking about have said other issues.
So
but the point is, what are you doing to get Galamsey? That is not what you do. You're still having conversations 6 months after being in
Which conversation?
That's what you said.
That was what name did they call you at home?
Me. Call me at home. Madam.
At
home?
Madam, yes.
Boy, yeah, no wonder.
That's your pet name at home, Madam.
That's the name my father gave me before I was even given Lara too.
If I use Madam on air, it would sound like I'm just being cocky, Madam.
Your father preempted you, pa.
There are people who don't even know I'm Lara too. If you call me Lara too, I know you know me within work environment or school. That's
okay.
So, I mean, the fight against Galamsey is still ongoing. And the government is doing a fantastic job so far.
So, all right, I've heard you. Gabby, I've heard you.
Yes.
Please. Let me
you have heard it.
Yes,
it doesn't stop with government anymore. It doesn't stop with leadership.
It stops with government, but
that
the government is
I'll send
working.
it to you. Hey, Annie. Today you haven't heard it anywhere. She's talking about people selling their cocoa farms. You haven't heard it anywhere. You are patiently listen. It doesn't stop with government and leadership again. No, but seriously,
government and leadership are working. I'm sorry.
Galamsey is working a lot of havoc.
But I haven't.
It needs to be dealt
but I haven't even.
The water cleared. You're the ones who have cameras going around.
Listen, that statement I made.
You know, one time Gabriela even cried in this studio.
No, let me tell you.
Cried.
Let me tell you something.
In this studio.
I don't know if
because of Galamsey.
I don't know. Or I don't know if you ever
I've never cried in
that
this
the
studio.
statement I
made. Never cried in this studio.
Oh, let me listen to you. Listen to me.
I cried for DDEP pensioners.
Yes, it was DDEP. I remember. But let me tell you this.
Crying, bringing water. This is the water that people are drinking.
Allow me to speak.
Now she said we should forget Galamsey.
I said the statement I made that everything stops at government. Leadership is cause, everything else is effect. I would never.
That was your favorite statement.
I would never.
For the past 6 months, I haven't heard you use it.
I'm saying it
again. For the past 6 months, I haven't heard you. This is the first time in 6 months that you are using it.
I'm never going to stand away from that policy or from that school of thought. I'm always going to be by it, stand by it. I will not.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you.
But in 6 months, let it be on record that in 6 months, this is the first time you are using your favorite statement.
All right. So, Annie, if you change 34 parts on your car, you might as well ditch it and buy a new one. 34 changes to the party constitution within this short time is a radical change. In any case, the NPP has proven that when it becomes critical, they may not even follow the constitution. Case in point was when the MPs went independent against the elected parliamentary candidate, and they even went to court to ensure that they remain members of parliament on the party's tickets. You remember that?
Come again.
This is from Moses.
Sorry.
Okay, this is from Moses. Moses, thank you. This also is from. All right. Headlines that have been sent from persons from your party. He said, NPP, these are headlines from Ghana Web. NPP Delegates Conference. The base is calling for real change. Kende Japan. Hijacked NPP conference turns into Baumia presidential launch pad. Okay.
Do you believe in what you're reading?
Searchlight headline also says, Baumia campaign launched in disguise, in quotes. And this is from an NPP person. I'm not going to mention. No, I don't want to mention his name. But he sent
me.
How
can you read it? And
if he gives me the permission,
name?
I'll mention his name. So please, you're watching. I know you have heard me. If you want me to mention your name, please prompt me.
But you mention people's names before you read their messages. So why are you not mentioning this one?
Because
you believe in the headlines that you're reading.
Because this is a known person. So
I mean, if he's really a true party person, I think they should desist from some of these things. It doesn't augur well.
Clearly, the
party.
NPP is reorganizing really fast to return to power. The only thing to make the party vibrant and more attractive is unity, and one can foresee that it's working. Great to witness this during the last Saturday's conference. Kwesi Reynolds, Aguna Otobing sent this in. My sister, I'm watching you. This is Hamza, Pig Farm. Good morning, Annie. I stand to be corrected. I was sad and worried to see the name of the late Honorable Ernest Kumi was not mentioned at the conference. And even a minute silence was not observed in honor of him. Was it done?
That's a lie.
Was it done?
It was done.
It was done. When?
The acting chairman did same. Greater Accra chair, this in the host chairman. In Dr. Baumia's speech, that was the opening paragraph.
Okay. So, but this were the same people who walked out of Parliament simply because his name was mentioned. The NPP Delegates Conference was turned to Dr. Baumia campaign grounds. Delegates were organized to cheer him up. According to Dr. Baumia, when elected into power, he's going to investigate and prosecute those they find guilty in the Ablekuma North by-election violence. Interesting. So, for God's sake, Dr. Bawumia was sitting vice president in charge of Ghanaian police service. What did he do to the 8 people who lost their lives during the 2020 election? Techiman South, and the member of parliament, Sam George, was slapped as well in the face. Nothing happened. No justice was given to them. Dr. Bawumia, give us a break. We have a country to govern. My sister, I'm watching with keen interest. Please keep watching with keen interest. This one says, good morning, Annie. The president's hometown has now become a hub for Galamsey, as alleged by Erastus Asaridanko. Clearly, the real kingpins of Galamsey are within the current administration, rapidly destroying our remaining forest reserves and water bodies. The president appears to be shielding his party members involving in these areas of Galamsey, just as seemingly promised while in opposition, as Kweku Boahen and Dr. Obin were seen promising Galamseyers. First of all, Kweku Boahen is not a Galamseyer. He's not even in the mining sector. So what you're saying is not factual. Second of all, there are people in this government.
He's not a government appointee, is he?
No.
Neither is he a party executive either, because the last time he lost his seat.
He lost, yes.
So he's a member of the NDC.
Okay, but MD, you sent this in. I've read your message. Master Planner says that it was a great pleasure meeting my good sister Laratu at the UPSA prior to the National Delegates Conference. Solid communication.
Oh, you were
by all standards. President Mahama.
You see what I said?
No.
She went to UPSA before she went to the guard.
Savannah delegates.
Everything is in UPSA.
No, Savannah delegates were at UPSA, and I come from Savannah.
So you were.
I'm a regional patron.
So you
so to go and see delegates at UPSA.
So you received an envelope.
What envelope?
From
me
somebody.
Receive an envelope from who?
That one will come in January.
Okay. President Mahama promised to fight Galamsey, but Galamsey is now fighting him and his appointees in President Mahama's own backyard at home, Bole Bamboy. Galamsey really? Has become the air by breathe. They breathe and
then we're in trouble.
And President can stop only that. Okay, what you've read is not clear. Let me jump here. President Mahama's decision not to repeal the LI 2462 is clear indication of lack of commitment and willingness to fight Galamsey. Ghanaians are watching closely. Let's give time. Master Planner, Junior Policy Analysis, I want to set that in. It's quite sad how Gabriela and her NDC people are so eager to veer away from any serious discussion about Galamsey menace that's wreaking havoc. No, did she veer? Are you watching the show? Okay, so this isn't what they promised. Instead, a constant lamentation that should focus on fixing the very issue they once claimed they have. Gideon Ejapong, Seshi Pipieni, is the one that sent us in. Please ask Laratu that. So, she is expecting a government who is less than 7 months old to solve what they were not able to solve in 8 years. They just left the Jubilee House. So she should just give us time. I've edited your story, Horaya. So Smala Horaya Ali Greater cries or something from
Zongo
Koko's coordinator.
And they are not new. This is their second term.
Musa Bato says that Annie, they just ended the NDC delegates conference. Nothing but glorified campaign for Dr. Bawumia. Instead of focusing on the passing issues tearing the party apart, it turned into a one-man show. They're failing to realize that the NPP is gradually sinking due to their unpopular decision and top-down approach that sidelines the grassroots input. Ironically, the only amendment that seems to be working is the one that they copied from the NDC, the election of the communication officers. Guys, please have patience for me. I've lost a father, and please stop sending what you're sending. I don't like it.
What are they sending? Because you can't be talking about it and won't know what is being sent.
Okay.
Don't say things you don't want to.
Today's show has been very difficult for me. I'll do this quickly. Happy birthday, belated happy birthday to Professor Samson Ifa Apreku, Executive Chairman of Samara Company Limited. Samson Ifa Apreku. This is coming from the Ignite Media Management team to you. Samson Ifa Apreku, Executive Chairman of Samara Company Limited. Happy belated birthday to you. Okay, so that's Mr. Apreku there on the screen. And thank you for your support of Ignite Media all the way. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. Please, I have just 5 minutes to go. Someone says that, Annie, please quote me verbatim. I said Kweku Boahen was seen promising Galamsey, which I never said he was involved in Galamsey.
Prior to 2020.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you. I've quoted you verbatim. Okay. All right.
Today is former President Atamosis' birthday. He would have turned 81. Tomorrow is
today is 21st July.
Yes, tomorrow is the 13th commemorative lecture. It will be delivered by Madame Charlotte Osei at the UPSA. And on Thursday, we have the mid-year fiscal policy review to be delivered to Parliament and the entire country by Honorable Ato Forson.
Yes.
As we all know, Ato is really forcing. And
Forcing
then Friday, we have the funeral of Olu Sawyer, who is the husband to Honorable Queen Stapokia Sawyer, Member of Parliament for Agona East, and she is chairperson of the Central Region MP's caucus, former Deputy Minister, Central Region. And then one of your panelists,
Sampiale.
Yes, Sampiale. 2nd August 2025. I'll send you the flyer so you can please be pushing it to remind
Ambassador Sampiale. I think we have it.
Both funerals will be at the forecourt of the State House.
Oh, at the same time?
No. Olusoya's own is this Friday, and then Sampiale's is 2nd August, which is next week.
Okay.
But this Saturday, there's also the APSA-sponsored Black Star Marathon. His Excellency the President will be there.
Will you send her a bill? Because some are adverts.
These are social announcements.
Some are adverts.
Sampiale is a guest.
No, I'm not talking about Sampiale. I'm not talking about people associated to it, but the walks and all those things, the adverts.
Oh, that's a health walk. I haven't checked for it.
Please give me the sponsors.
Please, you need to send her a bill.
But the National Cathedral, the minister says that the audit uncovered $97 million cost. Massive financial irregularities.
But it's also from the same audit report that exonerates the Secretariat and the Board of Trustees. So what is he talking about?
The board has been dissolved.
Yes, what is he talking about? All the noise.
So why did he pick this information from?
Why are they even going to
Do you have
continue?
the report?
Why are they going to? I've seen it, but I haven't really read it.
You haven't read it?
No, I saw it only yesterday. I haven't read it. You know, in the run-up to.
So what's projected on your tablet?
Yes. So
that's the report.
And so that's the report.
But I haven't read it. I just saw it.
And you didn't see the $97 million?
You read some few
paragraphs. No, I haven't seen that. You know, Felix and his deputy, one will say one thing, another will come and say the other.
Oh, how?
But at the end of the day, all the lies, all the anger that they sold prior to elections.
So the Minister for Communications, Government Communication, Felix Kwachofo, was disclosed that the National Cathedral project has cost the state a total of $97 million, contrary to the $58 million earlier on projected. This revelation follows a directive by the President John Dramani Mahama for Deloitte and Touche to conduct an audit into the project. According to Kwachofo, so the audit uncovered significant financial irregularities, including lack of due diligence, weak internal controls, and poor accounting practices. He added that the management failed to provide a document for several transactions.
Annie,
yes,
with all that was said about the cathedral, did you ever think the NDC will continue it?
They'll continue the cathedral?
Will continue with whatever they've chosen to do with it.
They didn't say they'll continue the cathedral.
What are they not going to continue the cathedral?
They said they're going to use it for some national conventions.
What was the full scope of the National Cathedral?
A cathedral. It's a
What
cathedral.
was the full scope?
With a biblical
What
restaurant.
was the full scope of the National Cathedral? Maybe we can have a better conversation when you come up with a full scope of the National Cathedral.
So, okay, let me understand you. So you want them to leave the 58 million?
No, with all that they said. Now that they realize all the things that they said.
No, you want them to leave it.
So should we leave it? With all that they said, with all that they said, you think that if someone had, the way they were shouting the money had been embezzled and all that, if that was the true case, wouldn't they have been running around with it? These propaganda specialists.
Lara, to thank you for coming to
government.
But the AG has been instructed to start abrogating contracts.
Okay, Gabriela, thank you. And thank you, viewers, for watching. We're back.
Smart, bold, unapologetic. This is Annie Ampafo. The voice of reason.